And I'm not a melon guy. I'm an ass guy. Okay? I'm an ass guy. I wasn't a thirsty baby. Okay? When I was a baby, I wasn't a dried mouth baby. When I cried, I didn't go, wah, wah, wah. Do you know why? Because my mom used her gazumbas to nurture me, to give me strength, to quench my thirst, you know? And as a baby that had his fair amount of time, you know, being lactated, you know, using my mom as a milk fountain, I got over tits and I evolved to an ass guy. Motorboating you with passion. The titties giving me a concussion. Your cleavage is a tool of seduction. Seduction. Motorboating you with passion. The titties giving me a concussion. Your cleavage is a tool of seduction. Seduction. Moving my head from side to side, depriving myself from all my pride. When I got home, I smiled and cried. Your juicy gazumbas are my spiritual guide. I'm a motor in a sea of tits, infecting your rack crack with my spit. I'm feeling dizzy, I'm gonna sit. Would you let me your armpit? Motorboating you with passion. Them titties giving me a concussion. Your cleavage is a tool of seduction. Seduction. What the fuck is up? This is the Constant State of Annoyance podcast. And I am your host, George Blaha. Thank you for clicking. Thank you for misclicking. I'm just glad you motherfuckers are here. I'm fucking pumped. Made a little song for you. Made a little fucking song for you. This fucking song, by the way, this is like what? Try number 5. I'm not even happy with it, dude. With the hair, dude. And then I would motorboat too hard, and then the goddamn fucking earphones would fall off on the table and would knock over the fucking microphone. God damn it, dude. God damn it. That's a fucking clip, by the way. That's a fucking clip that I'm going to share on the internet, and it better at least get 100 views. It better at least get 3 fucking shares. Fuck. I'm fucking angry, dude. Welcome to the Constant State of Annoyance podcast. I guess I'm in the perfect mood for the goddamn fucking podcast. I'm in the fucking mood. Fuck, it's 3 in the fucking morning. I work tomorrow. I'm fucking pissed. Fuck my decisions, dude. But anyways, the reason why I did a song about motorboating is because I've been thinking about motorboating lately. Tomorrow I'm going to go to work, and I'm probably going to encounter this juicy gazumbud world wonder that's constantly just rolling up to the drive-thru, and it's fucking annoying. I'm fucking tired. I'm tired of this shiny, bouncy, cleavaged bitch just rolling up on the drive-thru, and me having to take her money, give her order, and just putting all of my mental resources into just leaving my eyeballs, just not letting them go down, dude. Just pretending that I don't want to swan dive into those juicy melons. I'm so fucking pissed off, dude. I'm so fucking angry. Because truly, I want to be a citizen. You know, it's this fucking conflict. Whenever this lady comes and rolls into the drive-thru, which, by the way, it's not just like any little tiny portion of cleavage. She's like cleavaged out, dude. Cleavaged out. Like, the amount of cleavage that she is showing is bigger than the average newborn baby. Like in width and in length, dude. You know what I mean? It's just, it's too much. Which I'm not saying don't do it. Do it. Do whatever you want. Do whatever fulfills you and makes you happy. But it just puts me in this position. It puts every man in this position where I don't wanna stare at it because I'm a citizen. Number one, I'm clocked in. It's disrespectful. But number two, I'm clocked in and I'm paid enough. But I don't want to make anyone uncomfortable. I want everyone to live their life and be happy. But then there's this like fucking caveman, this just compulsive, just loud, just out of his mind, banging on the floor with a dinosaur bone caveman ooga-oogering in my mind, just this caveman. It's like a physical caveman. It's like, if it's not that he lives inside my brain, he isn't like a part of me. No, he's like this tiny little caveman, and he fucking stomps towards my eyeballs and just grabs the back of my fucking eyeballs, dude, and he fucking points them down, dude. He, from the back, this fucking tiny little ooga caveman that lives inside of my fucking head grabs my eyeballs and is like forcing them down to her tits. And I'm clocked in at work. And let me say, if when this lady, with the amount of cleavage that she's showing, like, she is 2 centimeters away from showing her areolas. And by the way, good for her, you know, whatever, empowerment, whatever, dress however you like, whatever makes you happy, you know. But me, I really want to act super nonchalant about these things. I really do. But the fucking caveman in my brain is just trying to force my eyeballs down to those tatas. Okay? And I'm not a melon guy. I'm an ass guy. Okay? I'm an ass guy. I wasn't a thirsty baby. Okay? When I was a baby, I wasn't a dried mouth baby. When I cried, I didn't go, wah, wah, wah. Do you know why? Because my mom used her gazoombas to nurture me, to give me strength, to quench my thirst, you know? And as a baby that had his fair amount of time, you know, being lactated, you know, using my mom as a milk fountain, I got over tits and I evolved to an ass guy. Okay? So I'm not, you know, I don't go crazy for juicy gazoombas. It's not my fucking thing. I'm not saying, you know, and of course, you know, you always appreciate juicy gazoombas. I mean, gazoombas are basically like vanilla ice cream. You know, like you're never going to say no to vanilla ice cream, but if there's other options on the table, you go for the other options. You know what I'm saying? But if you were like this thirsty baby, you know, if your mom, you know, the well was dry, you know, milk production just wasn't her thing, she gave you just formula, there, you know, there's an emptiness, there's this subconscious emptiness in your life, and you have mommy issues. That's all I'm saying. If you're a tit guy, you have mommy issues, you're sick, and you're basic, dude. You're fucking basic. Liking tits, like, what can you do with a tit other than a boob job? Boob jobs are pretty good, but at the end of the day, like, you know, boob jobs are like one step above hand jobs. Right. Hand jobs are just like the lowest form of sex. Just the lowest, boring form of sex. I think it's like boob jobs, armpit job, tit job, oral, vaginal, anal. Like, those are the tiers of, you know, of sexual experience. I never thought of it that way. Where do foot jobs... Oh, man, there's no way that a foot job's better than a hand job. There's no fucking way. Have you seen the bottom of the feet of most people? They're gross. They're nasty, dude. Unless if you're, like, fucking their toes. I just don't see it, dude. I don't see toes being pleasurable, you know? And, like, feet... You don't have a lot of control of your feet, you know? It's like if you're getting jerked off by an animal, I guess. Maybe you quench your bestiality first with, you know, those like brutal, dumb foot jobs. I don't get foot jobs. I don't. But I get foot jobs more than motorboating. But before I get into motorboating, that is what I wanted to talk to you guys about is that this chick's tits, dude. Like, it's the one thing that gives me joy in life, and I'm not even a tit guy. And I'm telling you, if this lady takes a pothole, if this lady, just while she's driving, she falls into like a medium-sized pothole, her tits are just going to go flying out towards the dashboard, okay? She's going to honk her horn with her honkers. I'm not kidding. Like, I'm not kidding, dude. It's amazing. But what bothers me is, like, me not being a tit guy and the power. I could feel the power. Like, what blew me away was, like, just the power of this physical thing, of this, like, crack in between, you know, two bags filled with, like, what, grease? That's not filled with grease, George. It's filled with fat, you know. It sounds so horrible when you call it like that, filled with grease, dude. It's filled with fucking McDonald's grease. No, but it's just the power over me, you know? Like, if I don't want to look at something, I should easily be able to just, like, not look at something. But when it comes to tits and me not being a tit guy, I could feel the caveman inside my head just pulling my eyeballs towards them, and me just, you know, with my willpower, just trying not to do it, but I could feel, like, my eyeballs wanting to just, like, instinctively go down and just stare at it and just not blink, dude. Just let particles of dust, just let the car fumes hit and damage my eyes, because those gazoombas are making me go auga. You know, it's so weird how that works. You know, like, yeah, we could try and pretend to be better than our human self. We could try, but we're still human, dude. We're still ruled by these weird, petty biological rules, and I just found that interesting. You know, I really found that super interesting. But it got me thinking about motorboating, and motorboating is just so odd. It's so weird. Like, motorboating is literally the most overrated. It's the most overrated, unsatisfying, sexual depraved activity out there. Out of all the sexual depraved activities, motorboating is just odd. Like, it makes more sense to me for you to be, like, sucking on someone's foot than just plain motorboating. I understand boob jobs. I get a boob job. But motorboating, dude? Like, just simply motorboating? Excuse me. Yeah, this is like the fifth time I tried to record this podcast, trying to do that fucking song. Dude, instead of saying rack crack, I was saying rat crack, and I committed that error thrice, dude. Like, what the fuck's wrong with my do I need to go to a speech therapist or something? Is there something wrong in my fucking brain? But fucking motorboat, it's so, like, and, like, no one motorboats. You never see no one motorboating their girlfriend in public, like, as an act of PDA, you know, like, like, you never see that. People don't motorboat their loved ones. That's not something that happens, you know? Like, women, I've never been with a woman that's like, you know, I just like getting motorboated. I just like feeling that spit, just, you know, that depraved spit fall in between my two titties. I just love getting motorboated. I love getting hit with your nose in between my tits. Like, no one asks to be motorboated, like, mid-sex, dude. Like, you never see that. You know, it's always like, oh, suck on my nipple, you know, put a finger up my ass. But no one's like, motorboat me while you finger me. That never happens. Like, no one motorboats their loved one. Like, it's not something that's in someone's sexual moves, dude, you know? The only people that motorboat doing sex are probably, like, you know, 8-year-olds that are having sex way too early. There's always that person that has sex, like, when they're 4, you know, with, like, a 6-year-old. You ever hear those cases? Those are fucking odd, man. Like, that's the only situation where motorboating is acceptable during sex. But if you're an adult, dude, If you're 14, not even 14, you should be motorboating during sex. You should even know how weird it is because it's too aggressive, you know? Like, you literally can't motorboat with passion. There's no situation where motorboating is sexy, you know, where it's a turn on. You know, maybe for the guy, if you're weird, but for the chick, you know, there's some guy going, you know, and just wetting your chest with his spit and his boogers. That's fucking weird, man. I've never understood motorboating. And you don't motorboat as like a public display of affection. You feed your partner. You feed your partner nachos. You feed your partner, I don't know, dude. You know, here comes the plane. Like, there's people who treat each other like babies, and it's weird. They call people baby. Hey, baby. It's like, okay. You know? Pedophiles say baby a lot, but they mean it. We all call our partner baby and babe, but pedophiles mean it when they say babe. Oh. We all operate under this pedophile lingo for some reason, man. I mean, pedophiles, as it's shown over the course of time, apparently they're like presidents, you know, they're people of influence, they're powerful people. So fuck, man. I mean, we may have a lot of like pedophilic programming running in our minds, a bunch of pedophile scripts running in our brains, and we don't fucking know it. Fuck, man. Fuck. Who would have thought that pedophiles would have got us so good, dude? Who would have thought? You know? Fuck. But goddamn, dude, like, no one, you know, people feed each other food as acts of PDA. Fuck, I've even seen, and this is a weird one. I've never done it, but I get it, but I've never done it. People in public, like, shoving their fingers, not completely, but like half of their fingers inside the backside of their loved one's pants. You know? Like, inside, I'm not sure if it was like inside the underwear, but you know, if your hand's already there, you might as well go inside the underwear. And they're just, I don't know, just fucking like grazing their fingers over their pre-crack, you know, over their pre-ass crack. Just, you know, twirling your fingers with the hairs of their ass crack in just to like show affection in public. I've seen that. I've seen people shove their fingers inside their cracks in public, dude, as a total normal thing, as like an act to show love and solidarity. It's so fucking weird, but that makes more sense to me than motorboating, you know? Which, by the way, I came out from an open mic with, you know, the other day I woke up with conjunctivitis, with pink eye in one eye. One eye, dude. A fucking pirate. I woke up like a fucking pirate. One eye shut. You know? And I'm pretty sure it was due to that, dude. One of those couples just shoving their hands down their partner's pants. You know? They got a little bit too close to the poop chute, dude. They touched the doorknob. I touched that doorknob. I scratched my eye and boom, dude. Sealed with crusties all around my eyelashes. God damn it, dude. You know? But those people never finger each other, though. They never finger their butts. You know, it's always like lightly. I've seen it, but they're not fingering their butts. It's like a light caressing of the pre-ass crack. It's weird. I get it, but it's like, it's a weird thing to do in I wouldn't do it in public. I would do it like, you know, post-coital. Jesus Christ, maybe I have corona. Maybe I will get those 2 weeks off, finally. You know, get a little bit of sympathy, get a little attention. Dude, if I get corona, I'm definitely telling everyone. I'm getting that attention, dude. I'm getting that press, dude. I'm getting those eyeballs, bro. Getting a little bit more engagement in my social media, because that's what it's all about, dude. It's all about engagement. It's all about people engaging with you. It's not about genuine human connection anymore. It's all about those stats, baby. It's all about them numbers. Dude, if I get corona, fuck yeah, dude. Fuck yeah, I'm gonna make it a scandal. Everyone's gonna know. But yeah, no, those people that like caress their pre-cracks, they don't finger each other. You know, it's pretty evident. If you're fingering if you're fingering a dry butthole in public, it's gonna be evident, dude. Like, you're gonna have to activate a couple of muscles to finger a dry asshole in public, dude. You're going to be flexing your biceps. It's gonna be evident, dude. It's gonna be evident. Unless if you're like super loose. If you're super loose, I guess. But, you know, unless if you're heavily on a heavy dose of poppers, I doubt that's the case. But no one motorboats. Like, motorboating is this weird act. Like, you don't motorboat a loved one. You don't motorboat on a second date. Like, no one came from a second date like, we kissed and I motorboated her. Like, dude, that's never the case. It's not a romantic gesture. We should try. But it's like this weird thing where, like, you only motorboat people at night or like in a super dark scenario, and you normally motorboat people that you've paid money to do this to. You've paid money. You fucking used hours of your existence in your shitty job to just some stranger in some desperate, depraved act where you just like, can I motorboat them tits? Like, it's weird. And there's no way that's satisfying, you know? Like, I'm pretty sure I've motorboated girlfriends to make them laugh, but, like, I can't even remember of motorboating my girlfriends to make them laugh. I'm pretty sure I've done it, but I don't remember doing it, you know? Like, it was never this thing where I'm like, oh, you know, this is pretty hot. Like, it's just weird fucking testosterone thing that's not actually hot or pleasurable, you know what I mean? It's so fucking... I don't understand why it's always been a thing, you know? Why people still talk about motorboating. It's literally something that should just, like, die off with the times. Motorboating should have died off in the 90s, dude. For sure. Or, like, when like, internet pornography was more prevalent, you know, it should have died with Girls Gone Wild. Like, motorboating is so overrated, and anyone who truly engages in motorboating, dude, if you shed money, because if you could motorboat for free, I guess, you know, why not? But if you're paying to motorboat, dude, I don't get it. I don't, like, what's wrong with you, dude? Like, it's, like, what, you're gonna stimulate your face? Like, motorboating only makes sense if your nose itches, dude, you know, and you're motorboating Hillary Clinton, just rubbing your nose against her scaly reptilian chest. You know? If your nose itches, fine. But, like, in other scenarios, I don't understand it, dude. I truly don't understand it, man. Fuck, motorboating is so fucking weird, dude. Boob guys are so fucking weird. But I guess you could make a case that, like, motorboating, you know, motorboating is cultural appropriation of Eskimos. Because if Eskimo kissing is just rubbing your nose against each other, Eskimo sex, dude, like, motorboating has to be, like, they're like, number one Kama Sutra move, dude. For fucking sure, dude. Are you, you know, if you ever get motorboated, which is going to be a rare incident, no one gets motorboated, you know? Like, if you're not in the sex industry and not getting paid, no one gets motorboated. But if someone motorboats you, dude, you could definitely make the case, like, oh my god, are you culturally appropriating Eskimos? Are you truly culturally appropriating Eskimos? Like, Eskimos, what? They don't have much. They don't have much. They have houses made of ginormous ice cubes and motorboating. And you're really going to culturally appropriate that, sir? Get your disgusting, ugly, acne-infested face out of my tits, mister. Because, of course, someone that's motorboating you has acne. He's a teenager. There's no fucking way an adult, dude, a fully conscious adult truly wants to motorboat. It's not even something primal to me. And again, like, before I start ranting about motorboating, like, you know, I talked about the power of tits. Like, tits do have power, even if it's not truly my thing. Like, I would totally date, you know, a breast cancer survivor that I chopped them off. I don't care. As long as her ass is nice, I don't care, dude. I don't give a fuck. Dude, dating like a young breast cancer survivor, like that has to be so great, dude. Because they're like grounded, they're down to earth, you know. they've stared at death in the face, dude. Like, yeah, dude, they've been through some shit, man. They're not fucking around, dude. Truly, if I marry someone I think is gonna be a breast cancer survivor, a young one with a nice ass, that's my type now. I'm gonna go on dating websites and just specifically put that. That's what I'm looking for in women. A breast cancer survivor, dude. No tits, nice ass. Bring it on! Match.com. You know? But fucking motorboating, dude. Culturally appropriating Eskimos. Do you think Eskimos, like, do you know what, like, you know, how racist white people view, you know, black people in the sense that they are afraid of a black person fucking their wives because black people, you know, the stereotype is that they have bigger dicks, you know? So I guess, I'm not saying that every white person hates black people because they have bigger dicks, but there's a few. I think the percentage is higher than what we think of that. Truly, like penis envy, you know? Like racism stems from penis envy. You know, not everybody, you know, it's a lot of weird programming and, you know, whatever, history, but like, I think that is the case. Now, with that said, do you think that there's Eskimos? Do you think that Eskimos feel about Jews the same way? You know, because since they're always like Eskimo kissing, like Jews have like bigger noses, and Eskimo women get turned on by those ginormous honkers. Do you think by those ginormous snorters, dude? You know, a Jew walks into an igloo, he sniffs, you know, with his powerful, ginormous nosed, you know, fat nostril sniffs, dude. And that Eskimo, dude, that Eskimo lady just has fucking icicles forming around her pussy. Just turned on, dude. The Eskimo husband is just lit and angry, dude. Just fucking pissed off. Rips an icicle off his wife's pussy and tries to stab the Jew to death because he has nose envy. Oh man, Eskimos are fucking weird. I don't know anything about Eskimos. I should watch a documentary on Eskimos, you know, just to rip on them a little bit more accurately. But fucking motorboating, I don't get it, dude. I don't get it. I did motorboat someone once that I remember. Well, I did do one memorable motorboating. And it was, I motorboated a friend into 10th grade. And he was a big friend. He's a big fellow. And I motorboated a fat friend in the 10th grade in a tropical island. And let me tell you, he was sweating. And let me tell you, it did burn my eyes. It did. I remember like doing those like my eyes burn blinks. Like, that was a bad idea. Like immediately regretting just feeling all that sweat in my face. Because I want to make my friends laugh. But I just didn't calculate the sweat in his cleavage. His nasty, disgusting sweat. Fat sweat in his in between his tits, dude. It was truly an unpleasant experience. Maybe I don't like motorboating because I live in a tropical island and the percentage that it's going to be sweating down there. I think my tits are sweating right now. Yeah. Dude, my nipple expulsated sweat. What the fuck? But it's so fucking weird. I don't know. I just don't understand it. I want to believe that there's not people that like motorboating out there, but there are. We know there are. And the fact that you're paying for that, it's just like, just please reevaluate your life, dude. If you're still into motorboating, like when we're out of this pandemic, when we could finally stop social distancing, we can start mixing again. Like, dude, like use this time to think, use this time to become a better person, and just become an ass man, dude. Just get over it. Your mom couldn't produce milk. It's not her fault. Get over it, dude. Ass is where is at. Anyways, let me look for the inspirational quote of the week. But anyways, I have a segment on this podcast where I say an inspirational quote. I love inspirational quotes. They really help me get through my week. And the inspirational quote of the week is: water in the boat is the ruin of the boat, but water under the boat is its support. Rumi. This is a very beautiful quote. To be honest, I really like this quote. Just, we're boats, dude. Water under the boat, not in the boat. Don't hydrate. You're a boat. But anyways, I honestly didn't get that one. But anyways, I hope you motherfuckers enjoyed this podcast. Jesus Christ, that's the end. I really hope you motherfuckers enjoyed it. If you're not following the podcast on social media, please give me a fucking follow on Instagram, on Facebook, on Twitter, and a subscribe on YouTube. That would really help out the pod. I also do sketches on my Instagram and my Facebook. I really have to upload them to my YouTube page. I've been lazying out on that, dude. Again, water under the boat. I have to stop hydrating so I could get to my shit and just do the work that I have to do. But, man, this was a fun one. Don't motorboat, please. If you enjoyed this podcast, hey, share it with a friend. That really fucking helps me out. But anyways, I'll keep you motherfuckers posted. Peace the fuck out. Thank you, you kind stranger, for clicking on a random video that has 17 views. You're amazing. It's because of people like you that shitty artists or people who think that have talent can keep on living in their delusion.